Yes. There it is. It's working. All right, you can switch to the main cam. Boom. I think it's working. Hopefully it's working.
I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine.
There it is. It's working. Yeah.
I'm useless, but not for long.
Oh my gosh. Thank the Lord.
Wow.
Finally.
We are here. This might be my favorite mashup so far.
You say that every single week.
I love the Gorillas, and I love Childish Gambino. Like, whenever Robin and I have sex, I think I need to play this Childish Gambino tune all the time.
What is it?
I forget the title.
Oh. How you going to find it? How you going to play it?
I would just go to Childish Gambino's top hits. It's got to be like, it's got to be his top 3 hits.
Sick.
Does one of the words start with an R?
Yeah.
God damn, I knew it. But what is it though? River.
It's what they call a thick. I guess like, maybe she doesn't have to be thick. I associate it with like a thick black woman or like a mixed black woman.
Wow.
What do they call her? But I don't think it has to be thick. I think it's just like a. Damn. Let me pull up the right. Let me pull this up real quick so I make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
A thickness.
Come on. Childish Gambino.
Damn, I know it starts with an R too. That's the craziest thing. Yeah, I see the stream here. It's like it reminds me of like a steak. Like it has the word it's R and then a bone or something in there.
It's a red bone.
Like
guy.
red bone. There you go. Yeah, see? I knew. It's close.
I don't know if you did know. I didn't trust you. You had your phone in your hand.
Oh no, I was checking to make sure we were live, the stream.
Finally, boys.
Gotcha. Cool.
Finally, the boys have come back
So I was
to
checking
Colorado in rock voices. Let's go, fellas. Hey, we in action. Anna Chuff, Redbone. Y'all made the payment to the internet company. Dude, we were just on for 10 minutes thinking we were live and we weren't even live.
Yeah.
We weren't even live at all. I feel like every single week something is trying to cancel this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I had that thought in the shower this morning. I know it sounds weird, but I was like, you know what? I had a negative feeling, not about this show, not about anything, just the podcast. I'm like, what are we gonna? All right, let me get into it. God damn. Let me get into it. So I'm thinking in the shower this morning, right? Not in a good mood, or I was in a good mood. Everything was going fine. Totally good. All of a sudden, I started thinking, I had this thought. I'm like, man, what is the next evolution of the podcast? You know, we're getting close to 200 episodes. Where am I at? Have I grown? Have I gotten better? The podcast certainly hasn't grown that much. We've built a great community. I don't want to take anything away from that. The people that fuck with us, awesome. I'm super pumped on that. But making this a career, I don't think we've done enough. I don't think we've accomplished enough, and I don't think that we've maybe earned enough to do it. I look at clickbait. I look at all these things that make people on YouTube successful. We're totally anti that. And I'm like, well, really, what is, like, are we not that good? I look at your broadcast.
This is all your thoughts this morning, because you and I didn't talk much before the show
None.
today. We were really in our own zone, getting everything together. We were having streaming issues. We were trying to reconnect everything. We now have tripods in the studio set up, so we don't have things on the table stacked in front of us anymore. Like last show, we flipped the table, all this stuff. So I'm thinking we're doing all that stuff good. We just got some great news on the merch front. We just had a talk with someone about local sports talk radio, doing all this stuff. I'm thinking, I'm going into Monday. I'm waking up today feeling good. I'm waking up thinking all this good shit's going on.
Right.
And then now I hear you having thoughts in the shower, and it sounds like doom and gloom.
It is. It's doom and gloom for sure. So I'm in the shower and I'm thinking, man, where's our growth? What's happening? What did I miss? What did I not do right? I'm like, I'm the producer. What the fuck, you know? And I know our merch has taken obviously a hit with COVID and, you know, what we're doing with that. But we're just trying to get shit right. You know what I mean? And I think you've really helped me out with that. Sure, I've got the network abilities. I'm getting our contracts done with the merch and the printers and all that. But I think what I noticed was you just weren't happy. Like, you're cool with the merch and it's cool, but like you're always trying to level up. And I don't have a problem with that because that's how you make us better. That's how you make our cast better. That's how you make our content. Shit, just the last cast, dog. I know you remember it. We were talking after the show and I was like, man, show was okay. I didn't feel great about it. And then you were like, then you kind of went into this mode of giving me like some tips and tricks, something to think about, being more clear, being more concise. And then, you know, eventually if we do get into radio, which is the goal, I think both of us would agree that's been the goal. Like the big goal is like to get a serious show, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it'd be awesome. But I think that's our goal. We've tailored this show to make it like a radio show. We have breaks, we have segments, it's not just circular conversation like most podcasts are. And you were kind of leveling in on that and saying, hey, I got some tips and tricks for you. Think about this. If we have callers, maybe try to think about this. Maybe be more clear and concise with the heaters. If we do get this show with through Denver Sports Betting that we might have a partnership with here in the future, here's things to look at. Here's my background. Here's what I've done. Now, Dallas, take this. Dude, it was great feedback. And then at the same time, I was thinking throughout the weekend, like, okay, I do some things great, but I'm not great at this. We're 200 episodes almost deep, and I think I've gotten better with certain things, but am I built for radio? Do I have that radio DNA? Can we have a caller call in and talk shit to me or talk shit to us? And can I hit him back, slap him back with some more, facts and some more, here's what it is and here's my take. Like, what is Dallas's real stance with life? He's always been kind of the neutral man. He's always been the man in the middle, like, hey, man, I'm friends with you. We're friends. We're cool. I'll tell you when you're wrong or I'll tell you when I don't agree. But, man, let's all be cool. And that's what makes this show great. You've got hard-hitting facts. You've got this, Italian personality that's like, hey, you love me or you don't. And I think that's what you kind of need in radio. I don't know if the most neutral guy in YouTube history can be a radio guy. I wonder about those things. And as I was thinking about this weekend, fast forward into the shower this morning, I'm like, just feeling really down. Like, can I do this? Is this what I really want? Like, have I really found my niche with life, with what I do? I've done so many fucking things. Bullshit jobs, good jobs, career jobs, 401ks, everything included jobs. And all that wasn't happy. But I've also been the guy who's kind of the grass is greener mentality. Like, I never want to settle for anything. I always want to keep pushing forward. And 200 episodes, have we really pushed forward? Have we really made big steps in the world of podcasting or big steps in the world of radio? No, I don't think so. You've got this background, so I feel like I've kind of rode the coattails of your experience and then just kind of added some valuable experience on my side, whether it's shoes, whether it's knowledge of sports or hype or whatever, or just my love life and being transparent. Dax Shepard, he has a cool podcast. Kirsten Bell, I think is his wife. He has a podcast, and I think what makes it so great is he does interviews, and he has a lot of great friends in the celebrity industry world, right? But he's so fucking transparent, and I think I've kind of built myself to kind of mimic that, and that's what makes me good, not great necessarily, is just being able to tell people who might be struggling with the same things or might be having the same issues as me and just being transparent and not hiding behind this like front, right? And I think a lot of us front daily because we don't want our friends and our family and people around us to know that we're going through some shit. And I think I've shared this vulnerability that is almost unmatched. But is that going to give me a career in radio? Is that going to give me a career in podcasting and any type of media-based, career? That's what I question. And then I had this, again, fast forwarding into this morning. So those thoughts kind of resounded around that. And it's like, what's the next step? What's the next evolution for Dow? And I'm just at a standstill. Like, I'm working bullshit jobs. I've worked great jobs. I don't know what I'm here for. I know that sounds a little low. I don't mean it that way. I just don't know. I don't know what my special purpose is, if that makes sense. I don't know. Am I holding you back? Like, if you had a different co-host, would you be more successful? Would this podcast, it wouldn't be the same podcast, but would this podcast be better? Would you be in a better position than you are right now? Like, I think about that shit. Am I dragging you down a little bit?
No.
And that's what I have to do. I mean, you and I have talked about it. You're like, hey, Dow, maybe, you've told me, Dow, that maybe you're the background guy. Maybe you're not. You're still kind of, trying to figure that out.
I think finding where you fit in is, I think finding for anybody, they want to feel like they're in the right spot.
Right.
And if I felt like, I don't know, I give you as much feedback as I can. I'm very direct, we talk about that. I don't really sugarcoat.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to hear, right? But
yeah.
But I know it's never personal with you because
No.
I've known you for so long. Like, if you wanted to get personal, you could do it. You could go through my whole backlog of bullshit that I've created that you know about and just fucking hit me with the blue arrow. No nuggets, you know what I mean? But
Neither of us
I
can
know
do
it's
that.
not like that, right?
No. It's always about getting better, improving how we can improve this show, our merch, whatever else. You
Right.
said I'm really you were talking about the merch earlier, and I'm really, hard on like wanting the right shit. Yeah, because I don't want to just print shit on shirts. Like I want it to be one of my favorite shirts when I go to my closet, not only because of the design, but because of the way the shirt fits or the way the shirt feels. And I'm not expecting the thing to last forever. If I wear the shit out of it, I'm gonna have to buy a few more or buy another one, whatever the case may be. But yeah, going back to it, I do have a high standard for the way I like shit done, or I try to, I don't know if people understand, like, I don't just come in here and sit down for 2 hours and 2.5 hours and talk. It takes a lot of work, like, especially with no production staff, to get all the sound clips together, to get everything clipped out, to get all this stuff like pieced together, to know what the hell I'm talking about, feel confident in what I'm talking about, feel confident that I have an opinion that matters, all that stuff, right? So it does take a lot. But getting back to what you were saying, I don't want to sit here and have you in a position to be doing something that you don't, for one, like, or you don't feel like you're good at, But I'm not sitting here saying that, all these feelings that you're having, that's not coming from.
No, they're all in my
right.
head and just kind of circulating again, because I haven't felt like I found my purpose. I love doing this. I think this is fantastic, man. I love, like, there's nothing more than looking forward to, especially with football season, dog, with heaters and shit like that. Like, dude, this is the best time to do what we do, our podcast specifically.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I look forward to that. But, it wasn't a rough weekend, but it was at the same time, like, as I'm looking to get a big boy job, right? Because I can't afford shit anymore, dude. I can't. Like, I got to do something, which, again, we've talked about that is going to change the show. When you get a job here, you're just trying to maximize your Medicaid. And then once you've got some shit taken care of, I know you're probably going to get a job.
That, figure out what's up with the knee.
We've been talking about this for a long time, and I guess that's probably what triggered it. The conversation that you and I had, which made me kind of reevaluate myself. I haven't done that in a while, with the podcast and things like that. And then I think, just as I'm sending out applications, here this past weekend and then in through this week, I think it's just reevaluating some things. And I'd love to do this for a hobby, but that's not necessarily why we do it. Sure, we love to do it. Sure, it's fun for us to do it. But I think we're looking for something, at the end, of the rainbow, or, the pot of gold at the end. And not that that's money necessarily, but just to have a career.
Yeah.
And, as we get into radio, like you said, radio is completely different. And I think that kind of made me think, like, oh, man, that's what I don't know if I have the DNA for. Podcast, pretty easy to do. There's still a lot of work. And especially as I'm trying to do production, and we have this faux pas this morning, and now we're having to, like, copy and paste URLs and server keys and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, to get the stream to work today, we had to go through some different measures. I don't know what was happening. We tried restarting the system. I don't know what happened, but
we figured it out, though, right? And that's the good news.
Yeah.
But it's like, shit, man, I just don't know. I've never had this experience. I've never worked in the industry. I don't know. So, I think that's, there's a lot going on, man. So I'm not in a very good mood. Robin's been pretty supportive of the whole thing.
Yeah, you came in this morning. I didn't even really know what was up. Like, I knew we were kind of doing our own thing, but there wasn't much, like, dialogue. You were pretty short, pretty chill. And, I figured we'd get to it on the show. Right. I knew something was probably bothering you or weighing on you. A lot of people are concerned you're quitting the show.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that yet. I wouldn't say that. But no, I love what we do here, man. I just had to get that off my chest, because I'm not feeling very good today. I'm really not, man. And we all go through that. Every job is the same. Whether you're a shoe salesman, whether you're in IT, reflection is a part of it. Stagnicity is a part of it. Growth or lack of growth, winning in our industry, man. If you're not the best, you get forgot about very, very quickly in the corporate world. So, we've gone through some of these things, and it's no different than anybody else out there. So I don't want to think that my fucking problem's any worse. A lot of the personal stuff that you and me have gone through, that Robin and I have gone through, that shit's way fucking worse. I just want to be clear about this. But it's just a tough day to come in here and to act like everything's okay when it's not. And I just really...
Those are the worst shows ever, though.
Are they?
I think so. When you act like things are all
totally.
chill, or you don't, you know what I mean? That's what's cool about this platform that we have here. We can come in here and we say whatever the fuck we want. People don't want to watch, don't watch. You don't like it, skip it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the case may be. But we control it. In radio, or if we had a radio show, or we were working on a sports talk station, that is the hard part about it. You have to go in there, and now you have to do 2 hours worth of sports talk, or 3 hour sports talk show, whatever your shit is. And you can't get that off your chest.
Sure.
You have to try to just float through this show. and do all this bullshit. And I've talked to my girl about that a lot, like being mentally tough, mental toughness. You know, I talked to her a lot about damn, if I look at these people on ESPN on that do Sports Center. Look at these people that just do sports on the news, right? Like the local sports guy on the news. The people that do sports talk radio, whether it's TV, radio, whatever. How mentally tough are these people? Because they're still human. Yeah, they're making good money. Yeah, they're on TV. Yeah, they're doing something they enjoy and they have a career. But you don't think they have family problems? You don't think they have problems at home with their wife, their kids, their brothers, sisters, mom, dad, whoever? You don't think they have other shit going on? And these fools are constantly able to, I guess, compartmentalize and go do the job professionally all the time. And it's like, I think about that, and I think about, I'm like, damn, these fools are really mentally tough, and I want to be able to get to a place where I can be the same way. Sure. And I think that's what you're saying to me right now is it's kind of similar. Like, it's all comes down to mental toughness. Like,
and like I said, we've done this before. Like in our corporate world, we can't let our customers. Anytime you're in the customer service industry, you got to leave your problems at the door. We've coached our reps back in the day as we were assistant managers and store managers. We've coached reps. We've coached people towards this. Like, this is no new thing. Like, I'm pretty damn good about it. But like I said, when I echoed the transparency and what I think I bring to the cast, like, I think it's almost my job to tell everybody. But in sports radio, don't get it twisted. You and I both have what it takes to put those fronts up, to put those walls up, to not have those distractions, and let people who come to us as an escape, who come to us for information, for heaters, for whatever it is. If we were in radio,
you say we do, but I don't know, dude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I've gotten worse since I've left corporate.
Have you?
Corporate structure, dude? Since I left T-Mobile in 2017, I've gotten way worse at wanting to do my own shit. Don't cut me off, tell me what to do. Like, I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I'm saying what I mean, and I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. And I said what I said, kind of shit. And that's the vibe I've been on since 2017. And at Certified, I was allowed to do that. Yeah. Since then here, I've been allowed to do that. I'm not going to. That's where I struggle, and that's why I talk about mental toughness. If I go back to this, let's say I do try to get in sports media, right? Whether it's TV, radio, whatever. I'm not going to be able to be like that. I'm not going to be able to have that mindset.
Totally.
I'm going to have a whole different mental shift than I've had the past 3 years.
Right.
Because now I do have to take orders. I do have to follow an agenda. I do have to follow a structure, whatever else may be. And I can't just say what the hell I want. I can't wear my heart on my sleeve. I can't be just ranting and lashing out at people or whatever, just off the cuff. You can't do that in that environment. So it's going to be a whole different deal, whole different thing. So you say we have that. I don't know if I do anymore. I really don't. Just if I'm being real with you.
You've been out the game for a minute. I've been out for just over a year now.
But you're still better at that than I am. I'm not the camouflage thing. Not good. I mean, my dude. Duck, let me tell you the story real quick. Maybe lighten the mood a little bit. Jesus, people in the chat think we got guns underneath our desk.
No doubt. Let me give you the profile here.
No. So check this out.
Wish I could zoom in.
Dude, we're at Petco the other day getting my dog, getting his nails clipped, getting him washed, and buying some shampoo and some other shit for him there that we needed, right?
Day spa.
So
almost.
we drop him off, hour long. We drop him off, and we're like, oh, maybe we should check into some training, like get some good.
For bending up.
Yeah, real good training, right? Some good training, and because he's a year now, we need him to listen. Like when he's out on walks, we have issues. If we let him off the leash. Just sometimes with the coming back and just, little stuff like that. But we want to be able to let him run free. Want to be able to let him run. So not have him on the leash all the time. We're out.
Positive thing.
So we go to the store, dude, and the pet owner, and this is all circling back to me, not me being very direct and not being able to control myself sometimes, which is not good for a job or a corporate environment.
Sure.
But, dude, this guy that's training the dog. So we get the dog out from the groomer. Okay. First, the lady calls us in to the room and she's holding the dog. And then she has the other nurse standing there in the corner. And they're looking at us like we're in trouble.
What the hell happened to my dog?
Well, they're like, well, we had some real issues with cutting his nails. And Mia told this girl for 10 minutes, hey, you're probably gonna have some issues with the nails. He really doesn't like the nails touched. He really doesn't like the nails cut. It's kind of an issue. It's a little bit hard. Right. You may have to muzzle him. You may have to whatever, because he gets a little crazy.
Set great expectations.
Yep. Lady's like, oh, we don't muzzle here. Oh, he'll be fine. Da, 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 da. So then all this goes on. I guess he was not fine. He was not feeling it. Tried to bite the lady up probably. And so we go back in there and we're like called in the principal's office.
Yeah.
And they're basically looking at us like, what did you guys do to this dog? What happened to this dog? Why does he react this way? Almost like, and we're like, we run down the whole history. He was born August of 2019. We got him in like the beginning of December. He was kind of tortured by young kids. He's not real good with little kids. When little kids come around, he gets kind of growly. His hackles go up.
A little snippy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He doesn't get snippy, but he starts growling. We don't let him get close enough to the kids, but he just gets uncomfortable. And I think it's because he was tortured by little kids when he was a puppy, really little. They were messing with him all the time. So he doesn't like little kids. Well, he also doesn't like his nails being touched for some reason. I don't know why. Doesn't like it. So then they're scolding us basically like, oh, you guys, well, are you guys doing this? Are you doing that? So then we figure out, like, we're like, okay, we'll play with his feet a little more. We'll touch his nails. We'll do a little more, whatever. So we get out of there. Then we're talking to the guy. She's like, all right, let me bring over the trainer and you can talk to him about setting up an appointment. Bring over the dog trainer. And we're talking about this guy about getting dog training for the dog. And Benny is, there's other dogs going through. So he's like getting a little crazy with other dogs. And I'm kind of have him on a tight leash. And like 2 or 3 times in the first part of the conversation, the guy kept looking at me and be like, oh, yep, that right there. Yeah, that's what you don't want to do. Yeah, no, that right there. That's, yeah.
What?
I wouldn't be doing that. Yeah. See, you want that restraint right there? See how you got it up real tight? You need to just relax. You got to just let him, you don't want the leash, because I had it locked. It's a retractable leash. I have it locked. You don't really want the leash. You don't, you want it relaxed. You don't really want it too tight like that. And I'm like, what do you mean? The guy, he's going to go now. So it's a 16-foot leash. What happens? I unlock it. Benny starts going after this dog, goes around the corner. And I'm like, see? And I'm like, Benny, come here. And I'm pulling on the leash a little bit. And he's not listening very well because he needs training. And so, the guy, I'm like bringing him back, whatever. And then, so yeah, he's just telling me all this shit not to do. So finally, like after the 3rd or 4th time of like what not to do,
you had enough.
After he starts, I'm like, I grab the leash and I give it to the guy. I'm like, what would you like me to do, sir? Benny's barking at this dog around the corner. I'm like hanging him, choking him. I'm like pulling him back by his collar. I'm like, what would you like me to do, sir? What would you like me to do? Here you go. Very, very, according to my girlfriend, not very chill.
Yeah.
She thought it was not chill. I thought it was pretty fucking chill. The guy didn't react bad.
Did you call him fucking Caesar Milan?
I didn't even
Caesar
curse.
Milan.
I didn't even curse.
You're better than I. Here.
Yeah,
You want to take him home with you? What do you want to do?
I almost was like, in a way, I was just like, here, take him. I go, what should I do then? What should I do? He's telling me all this stuff not to do. Oh yeah, right. I wouldn't be doing that. Oh, see how you?
Like he's just judging you one thing after another. It's like, here, fucker.
Dog, it was. Dog, she was so annoying. So yeah, she was so annoying, and I kind of flew off the handle a little bit, according to my girl. I thought it was chill, but again, what I think is appropriate, probably not appropriate all the time. So
sometimes you're not.
I need to listen to her. Yeah, and so she's like, hey, it wasn't very. And I'm like, well, I understand that you don't feel that way. I feel a little differently. And when you and I feel a little differently, we got to go to a tiebreaker and we got to go to the gentleman. And what did the gentleman do? He took the leash and started boom, and we went on with the conversation and everything was okay. He didn't flip out at me. He didn't say, whoa, don't talk to me. Yeah. Because I thought it was pretty fucking chill. I was just a little agitated because Benny was barking at the dog. I was like, hey, come on.
It's stressful, dude. It's stressful. I get it.
But long story short, yeah, I need to take that into account because maybe I wasn't as chill. But again, the guy was okay. But would I go back? Am I going to get my dog trained by him? No.
Probably
but you know what we did do? And we did this in the very beginning, but kind of got away from it. And
you got a goldfish.
No.
Damn.
Now we went back to it. Those little training treats, just the little training pellets.
Those are great.
Yeah, we had it in the beginning and we went away. And now we're back. And now he was responding to the snap. He's over here. I had him at the park the other day. A couple times he wanted to go like his old style and run away. Yeah. And I did the snap and I had the treat. Boom, come here. And he was really. So I think I'm going to be able to do it myself. Long story short, the gunshots for that guy.
Yeah.
We're not going back.
We're not going to Petco anymore.
As far as the nails, we'll see what happens. We're going to work on it. We're going to play with his feet a little more and see if we can get him a little bit.
The nail ladies, we're judgy.
Yeah.
Oh, Caesar Milan wannabe, judgy.
I don't understand. I'm about to tell my girl, when you go get your nails done, babe, just take them to the same spa. I'm sure the ladies will do just fine. When you go get your pedi, your mani-pedi, just take Ben in there too with you.
You might have to pay an extra $5, but it'd be worth it.
They'll get it done. They'll clip them up. They'll treat them nice.
They'll paint them.
Right. And they'll paint them.
You know, those ladies do a great job down there.
Oh, my God.
And for a couple of men, I'm sure there's men. I've never actually got a mani or a pedi. I've never walked into one of those places. I don't know. There's probably men that work there. I'm sure there is. So sorry for the women, men and women that work there.
I saw a thing on Twitter the other day. This girl was like, I should have paid full price for the nail, for the manicure. She's like, I should have paid full price for the manicure. And then the video, it's like a 5 or 6 second clip. It's like this 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid. And he's like buffing her nails like terrible. Like he's like using the nail file and it's just awful. And it's just like this little clip, but I don't know if that was true or not. It was funny. Just reminded me of that. Made me laugh. She's like, I should have paid full price. It was pretty funny. Yo, you fixed the camera angle. Wow, looks perfect, my guy. A lot of people are saying in the chat.
Is that from Neighborhood?
That's from Neighborhood, yeah.
That means a lot then.
What, did he tell you to fix it?
No.
What did happen what is he talking about? What do you mean? What does he mean we fixed it?
Oh, I don't know. I centered it a little bit more while you were talking, but that's all I did.
Oh.
I think he's probably talking about the height, things of that nature. Because remember last cast he kind of talked about us. He sent us that whole little script from online. Remember about the camera angles, making people feel inferior, how they're adjusted?
Right.
I just went by that.
Yes, that's
I went
right.
by that.
Neighborhood. I forgot about that. He sent me the thing on Twitter. I showed you. Yeah.
The producer remembered. I got you, Neighborhood.
Nice job. Nice job, Dal.
Thank you.
Great job.
I am good for something.
Dal, stop. You. Oh, my God. We got to get you.
It was a joke.
And this is the thing, because Dal doesn't smoke weed either. So, like,
Dallas has no chill.
when he gets down like this, it's just this bout of anxiety.
Yeah.
And he's spun up in it. And I don't know how to get him out. I don't know how to. Maybe the chat. Maybe you guys.
I thought the Travis Scott shorts and the Nike Trash shoes would help.
Yeah, let me see those real quick. Let me see those shorts. Stand up.
They're pretty short.
Those are the new ones we just showed. The Cactus Trails joint that matches little boat on his keychain. Look at that.
Pretty short, huh?
Yeah, they are. I guess is that kind of the style now?
I think so.
The,
I think so.
The thigh highs.
Yeah, man. Got the Travis Matthews shirt.
Above
Love
the
that,
knee.
Now that I'm in the golf world, I always got to be wearing golf shit, I guess, of some sort. I'm just not a polo guy. I don't wear polos. Like that shirt that you have on, which is pretty sick, that's the closest to a polo that I wear. Have you seen the new Nike? Like Tiger Woods, Rory, they're doing a lot of those. They don't have the traditional polos or the cuffs anymore.
Collar.
Yeah, or collar. Mm-hmm. Super cool now. So I wear a lot of those, but I don't know, man. I'm not a golf guy when it comes to that golf outerwear and innerwear and apparel. Innerwear.
I'm wearing I'm in my minor league baseball gear today with the Prestos. I got basically like baseball pants and a baseball shirt. Not like
that 3/4 3/4 shirt.
And then the Akron and Prestos.
I love the Prestos.
Yeah. Brian Jackson, weed has really helped my depression / anxiety. 100,000%. No decimals. You get a little tricky there. Maybe that CBD stuff y'all talk about could help him out. The stuff really helps me from getting too far in my head, though.
Who said that?
Brian Jackson.
That's nice.
Dow, that's the thing. I feel like weed is like, it's 50-50. Like some people, it does that. Like I'm the same way. It gets me out of my head. I'm chilling, whatever.
Right.
And some people just makes them overthink like crazy. They get more paranoid and more anxiety, and
yeah.
It just depends, man. Dow, they're called blade collars, bro. Taylor Jordan.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, those are sick. I love them.
Baker Cell. Hello from Southeast Iowa, fellas. Haven't been attending for a while. I'll take my L.
Take that L on the way out.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Hey, congratulations on the car dealership that he now works for down there.
He said,
probably making
eat a
some good money.
Snickers.
Oh, yeah. Dehungerize. Is
Yeah.
that what it was?
Yeah.
Baker Cell, by the way, a little side note. I texted you the other day because the Cranberries' Linger song came on. And this fool was my assistant manager, just for all you who don't know. He used to be my assistant manager for T-Mobile, and now he's moved on, I moved on. But every time the Cranberries' Linger song would come on, he changed the lyrics and did his own remix, and he sung it super loud, and he's like, do I have to smell my finger or something like that instead of do you have to let it linger? A Baker Cell.
Oh.
Yeah. So every time I hear that fucking song, I think of him, and I sent him a text the other day, and I was like, yo, man, here's the lyrics. Check it out. And I did like an audio clip with actually me singing that remix that he did. I never heard back from him.
Nice one, Baker.
Pretty nice guy. Thanks for joining the cast, though. Appreciate it.
Nice job, Bake. $4.99 in the super chat from my man Con Lee a little bit ago. Y'all made a payment plan with the internet company. Thank you, Con Lee.
Yes, we have.
Actually, that was a question. Y'all made a payment plan with the internet company? Sorry, Con Lee.
Only twice.
Missed the punctuation there. Who you want to shoot it? Where's the ball at?
Oh, I'll grab it for you here.
All right, Dal's got the ball.
Let me put it on you real quick.
Oh, it's in the other room. Oh, no, it's not in the other room. Thought it was in the other room. You say you're shooting or I'm shooting?
I think you're shooting.
Who shot last time?
Oh, I don't remember.
Let me see it. All right. Let's see.
The way we've been shooting, you might as well just do a hook shot from far away. Doesn't even matter.
Why, you don't think I got... Come on.
You got the juice.
We both had it. Oh, too high.
Take that L on the way out.
A little off. Sorry, fellas. All right, let's jump into the show, guys. Sorry about the delay today. Jeez, I apologize if that knocked any of you guys off your schedule, bro. But over the weekend, a lot of stuff occurred. Let's just start with the COVID shit. Whether you want to start with the president testing positive, all the Titans players testing positive, the false positive that the Saints had that almost delayed their game. With the Lions, they ended up ultimately playing it. COVID is still here. It's not gone. It's not forgotten. It's not going away. And now we're entering flu season. So now you're seeing all this stuff about mixed COVID and flu together and all these different things. Do you feel conspiracy? Do you feel a little bit of conspiracy theory vibe at all that all these people are testing positive all of a sudden right now, especially the president? Or where do you go with that? How do you feel?
The age-old question. I think it's very convenient. I don't think it's conspiracy necessarily. I do find it interesting and convenient. The Trump thing, I guess let's zero in on that first because you have the sports and you have Tennessee Titans and, the NFL and the NFLPA investigating now, that whole thing. But let's start with Trump here. I find it interesting, right? I think we're, just out of 3 weeks from the actual, what am I looking at? The election?
Yeah.
It's about 3 weeks now, something like that. November 11th, maybe.
A little over 30 days.
Yeah, so it's getting really, really close. And, we see the popularity of Trump on the decline. You actually see Biden ahead of Trump now when it comes to the popularity. So I find it convenient from that aspect. And,
but just to be clear, we may not know because of the heavy mail-in ballot year. Right. We may not know. It's little around 30 days, a little less than 30 days from election night, but we might not know the results for
like a month or so, months.
Yeah.
Which would be crazy, right?
Who knows?
But yeah, so I think it's interesting. And, is this a power play? It possibly could be, to get the sympathetic vote, to also show power of getting COVID and then also beating COVID within 2 to 3 days now. He's in the hospital for less than 48 hours, possibly being discharged today. Did you hear that?
Yeah. So, and I heard he's being treated like just a bunch of crazy treatments that like doctors are saying, like, this is not how we've been treating COVID at all.
Correct. Yeah. And I get how they want to kind of go the extra mile. I mean, we're talking about the president.
Of course.
We still have to put some respect on his name from that aspect, right? The fact that he is president, we've got to keep him healthy at all costs. And it's interesting because he's got a multitude of cocktails, via medical cocktails through this. He's also got antibody injections. He's also got steroids through this whole thing. And then the big drug that he's been given is remdesivir, right? That was wildly popular, months ago. And a lot of these doctors have been, working with this, testing mice and testing the hamsters and had some pretty good success. But humans, it's not something that we're giving humans regularly, right? So that was kind of new. But between the antibody cocktails that essentially a key protein of the viruses that cause this, they basically bind to that protein and somehow, scientifically help it. But he's been given a lot of stuff that we haven't typically treated a lot of people. So have we learned some things? Is he being a guinea pig? Is this a power play? Is this also a sympathetic play? I think all those things are probably true. I'm confused, though, because a 74-year-old man, whether he has pre-existing conditions or not that we don't know of, he beat COVID pretty well if he's getting, removed from the hospital. But there's a lot of things that we don't know. Was he ever on a ventilator through this whole thing? It sounds like what we do know is he had mild symptoms. He had a small fever, he had a small cough, and that was about it. There was news that leaked that he was on a ventilator, and they took him off when they loaded him in the plane, so we as Americans didn't have to see that weakness. So there's all these things that have come out, and nobody knows rumor or fact necessarily.
Love it. Gosh, I love that.
But that's what it is, right?
I know,
So
that's the world we live in.
but we do know that he has been treated with multiple cocktails of numerous drugs, whether it's antibodies, proteins, steroids he was given, and he was also given that remdesivir. So that's what we know, and I think it's a great play for popularity, for also sympathy.
So wait, tell me this. Do you know if you said he's getting released today?
Possibly.
Possibly.
They don't have it's not defined yet, but is as early as today.
Okay, as early as. So let's just say it's today or tomorrow. Does he go back to the White House and he has to quarantine for a certain amount of time? Is he back on the job right away? Like, what the hell is going on?
The simple answer to that is, in theory, no. Because did you see that he already did a drive-through?
Yeah. He had all kinds of Secret Service and shit
that means
around.
all the Secret Service that were in the vehicle, that were all guarding him, dog, he's put him all at risk because he's not quarantining by himself. He's bringing more people because he has to be protected. Like, I don't get it, man, because all these things that we're doing that doctors aren't protocol for the average person, the average American. We're giving Trump some stuff, and I get it, he's the president, but we're also bringing these Secret Service people where he hasn't quarantined, where he hasn't had COVID for 14 days. He hasn't kept by himself for 14 days, but yet we're bringing more people around, and we're parading him like he's the biggest thing since sliced bread. I don't understand. It seems fucked up to me.
My aunt says she got the notification he already left, or he just left.
Okay.
Blake P. said, in quotes, "I will be leaving the great Walter Reed Medical Center today at 6:30 p.m. Feeling really great. Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life."
Wow.
That's a quote from Trump.
Yeah.
He says he's leaving at 6:30 today.
That's such bullshit. Not that he's leaving at 6:30, but don't be afraid of COVID. The fuck out of here.
Don't let it dominate your life.
There is so many people that can't afford the health care that he got, that could afford anything that he got. It's, man, that is just...
Well, isn't that
that is fucking Trump.
No, but isn't that our society today, right? Everyone looks at it from where they are sitting, right?
Totally.
Their own perspective.
Yeah.
So, like you said, whether they can afford the better health care, whether they have this kind of housing, whether they have this, that, whatever. They're looking at the same reason we vote for the president. It's the same. They're looking at it from their where they sit and
their perspective,
and not, that's the people that don't see beyond their neighborhood. That's why they're like, this isn't going on. What are these people talking about? Because they can't see out of their fucking past their bushes.
I'm not wearing a mask. Nobody's got it that I know.
Right. That's these people, guy. That's how they think. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
Is exactly. That's the people that are voting this direction. That's the people that feel this way. It's the people that I bet the only way to really say is they lack empathy, or they're just blind. They're blind to even try to but because it's not occurring in their world.
Those are the same
it's not occurring
people
in their life, so it doesn't exist. What are these people talking about? They're crazy. It's
the same
not happening
people
outside my door. What
It's the same
are
people
you
who don't
talking
think
about?
race is an issue.
Right. Same kind of thing.
Same thing.
It's all right. It's just.
Well, so you got my opinion on this. What's your opinion on this whole thing? Are you,
I don't know that it's conspiracy, or I don't know that it's, it does seem weird. It does seem weird that everyone's testing positive, from Cam Newton to the president all of a sudden over the weekend, like all these people popping up. But I don't feel whatever. I'm not a guy that's like, oh, hopefully he dies tomorrow. Like, I don't know.
No, you can't be that way.
That's not it's just not good karma.
Right. I don't wish death upon anybody.
Right. Like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You don't need me voicing my death wish. You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen is going to happen. I don't need to get involved. Right. So yeah, I don't really feel whatever. I'm just reporting the news. I don't care one way or another. That's my opinion on it. But did you see that your boy, Colby Covington, was at the debate between Joe Biden and Trump on Tuesday night? Yeah, he got invited to the debate.
Of course he did.
In Cleveland on September 29th as a special guest of the President of the United States. Now, after Trump and several people close to him tested positive for coronavirus, many people were wondering about Covington's health. Covington responded over the weekend, for people who constantly slander my name but are all of a sudden concerned with my health and well-being, I'm COVID-free, Covington said. I've been tested 7 times in the past 3 weeks, including prior to and after meeting the POTUS. I was also tested during fight week as well, and before all the debate. All negative. Speaking of all negative, how about all the slime in Hollywood and woke sports wishing harm on the 74-year-old grandfather? How tolerant. Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for America, at real Donald Trump is a fighter. Colby Covington.
Wow.
Pretty funny, huh? So unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it, depending on if you're a Colby Covington fan, but I'm going to say fortunately for the reports, he does not have COVID-19.
Gotcha.
Either. Fortunately for the people at UFC, people around him, his training camp, all that stuff. I mean, I don't think we should be hoping anyone gets COVID-19 just as a rule so we can get back to normal life. Like, forget if you don't like people, if you hate people, you want people to die, you don't think we need these people here anymore. That's fine. Let's just hope they get hit by a car or something. Just some shit that doesn't shut down the world. That's fine. But let's not wish people get COVID-19 because that means it's still spreading and people are still having it. We can't, the longer this shit rolls on, I think we're all ready to move along.
Move on with our lives.
John King said it's going to be a bubble year, 2021. It's going to be a bubble year.
Wow.
We have to put everything in the bubble.
I believe it, dude. So Robin and I, not to detract too far, but the bubble idea, so a lot of restaurants. So Robin and I had dinner last night. So we did kind of a little date night last night and went to a restaurant. They took care of us. It was really good. Bardot, they actually took our temperature of our, using our wrists and made sure that we had a mask on when we were at our tables, when the waitress even came by. So they were really, really good with protocols. But that being said, as we were driving back home, speaking of John King and his bubbles, dude, they're putting all these little igloo bubbles around downtown in Highlands area to where you can sit in these bubbles and try to escape COVID and also stay warm in an outside setting. So it's crazy, dude. There's all these igloos downtown.
Wow.
It's really weird.
Very strange.
But it's in preparation for the winter date nights. Yeah, and COVID.
Wow.
So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I regress.
Strange.
Yeah,
they're live, ready to go now, or they're just putting them up?
Some of them, yeah.
Gotcha.
Some of the restaurants aren't using them. I don't think they'll start using them, but yeah, they have their own individual heaters in there and all kinds of shit, dude. So we are going to be living in a bubble for the winter if you're trying to go out to dinner.
Right. Oh man,
crazy.
Look at so speaking of what I just said, we're trying to stomp out COVID. We're trying to get rid of it. Trying not to have more people get it. My Aunt Berta, words like that from our president welcomes a second wave. Blake P. There have been more cases of COVID in the White House alone than in New Zealand, Taiwan, and Vietnam combined, and they have a total population of 124 million.
Isn't that wild?
Good stuff, Blake P.
Yeah, New Zealand's
That's crazy.
New Zealand's been just the epitome of brilliance. Their leader there has with COVID. It's been awesome. I've read about them.
Man, no matter what your political affiliation is, you need to check out the SNL from this past weekend. Pure gold. I did see that. Did you check it out?
I didn't. I haven't watched it yet.
God,
I heard Carrie did a great job with Biden.
Killed it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that.
Killed it.
That'd be the only reason to watch SNL. SNL blows anymore. And that's a pretty solid opinion. But, dude, I watch it. And I'm like, have I grown up that much? Why is this not funny to me? But I hear the presidential debates is definitely a reason to tune in. But any other regular day, Saturday Night Live's been on the decline for years, in my opinion.
I think that's the national opinion. That's the hot opinion. For me personally, because I still do watch the show, it's hit or miss. Some of the skits, funny as hell. I'm on the ground. I'm tears in my eyes. Some of the shit, not funny at all. Some of the stuff, I'm falling asleep, or me and my girl are looking at each other like,
confused.
What? But some of the stuff, very funny. So it just depends. For me, it just depends on the skit, depends on who's hosting. Chris Rock was hosting. Meg the Stallion was the musical artist.
Nice.
So I thought it was a very good episode. I enjoyed the performance. I enjoyed the debates. I enjoyed Jim Carrey joining the cast as Biden. I thought the skits with Chris Rock were good. They did a funny-ass name skit surrounding names and different names. And, yeah, just great. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. So go check that out. I'm with Dirty DJ if you didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, go check that one out. Let's move along, Dow. NBA Finals over the weekend. Now you had the Lakers, they won on Friday night, go up 2-0, and then they come back last night and lose without Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic. Did you see that coming, or were you like, I don't think the Heat are done?
I did actually. I had a feeling, kind of like I did with the Nuggets, and I reached out to a buddy of mine, old Chris Roberts, a friend of the show here, and he's just getting to gambling, so he'll ask me a few things. And again, I'm not the expert. I'm still really new into gambling, spreads, lines, that type of thing. But he just said, "Hey, what's your opinion on the Heat?" Blah blah blah. And I said, "Hey, man, I would take them. I think they're on fire. They're about to be on fire, and Jimmy Butler's gonna run the show." And certainly, I didn't know that he's going to have a triple-double. I didn't know he was going to almost score double what LeBron did. And I didn't know he was going to do a pretty damn good job guarding the king. I was really, really impressed by this guy. And the mindset, you could see it. He wasn't dealing with no bullshit. It was wild, and I was super happy to have it. So I made a little money. Chris made a little money, and we both took the Heat. We took the money line, and we also took by winning margins.
Dang, you didn't want to throw that one out on Friday for the cast. Now, hey, guys, Game 3 on Sunday, we're going Heat. You didn't want to throw that one out as a free?
I probably should have, but I was so
You were so confident? You're giving out picks to Chris Roberts, but you're not giving them to our audience?
Hey, I had Saturday to do some research. That's all it was at the golf course. Last show, I was busy with heaters, which, by the way, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, we'll go over heaters in a second. We get in the NFL.
But yeah, I was impressed. What did you think of the game?
I thought it was good. I thought I didn't know what to expect, dude. I mean, missing Adebayo and Dragic, I thought the Lakers would step on the gas and take advantage. I just don't, especially with near the Lakers. I don't understand why you would give them a shot. Give them a chance. Why not step on their throat and go up 3-0? I just don't get why you would use this as a break. I was thinking all day yesterday, too. I'm watching NFL games, and I'm like, you know what? In my mind, I'm like, this one's probably over.
Right.
Bring
out the brooms.
Maybe they go up 3-0 and then the Heat get one. But, I'm like, man, 2 guys out tonight. Is there any way the Lakers lose this? Do the Lakers put in cruise control? Everybody and their mom has got to be ready to get out of that bubble. Everyone and their mom, including everyone on the Lakers staff, everyone except people that work for the Heat.
Right.
Food staff that are in there at Disney, the media, everybody's got to be like, let's go Lakers. Let's get this shit done 4-0 and let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
I'm ready to go home. It's been 83 days or whatever the hell they've been in there. Some of those reporters and the people working there and stuff.
Especially when they're trying to start the next season during the holiday.
Right.
That's a couple months.
Let's get out of here.
So
I'm thinking nobody wants to prolong it. 2 people injured. All the reasons that you have to go Lakers last night, and that's why you should bet on the Heat. Because it's just going to go the other way for reasons you can't explain. None of it makes any damn sense.
Right.
You know what makes sense, actually? If Anthony Davis shoots the ball 9 times again in this series, they'll probably lose again. There's no excuse for him to only be taking 9 shots the entire game.
I agree.
That's terrible.
What do you have, 15 points?
Yeah, bad, dude.
Bad.
Like, not good at all. And I said this last series. I talked about it. People got a little mad in the chat or whatever, but you take AD off that team, I don't think LeBron is bringing this team to the Western Conference Finals. If Anthony Davis is not on the team,
I don't think they could have got past the Nuggets without AD. That's what I think, because we didn't have an answer for him. We had no answer for AD. Now, I know LeBron had his big triple-double at the end.
And LeBron's still going to give you that here and there. He's not going to give it to you every night, though. You know what I mean? And last night was a night you needed him to step up and you needed him to have a big game because AD finally didn't. And what do we see? AD didn't have a good game, and then
the bench was awful. Rajon Rondo was awful. Kuzma was unheard of, which I have a story on Kuzma we'll get to a little bit later. Danny Green has been awful. It's just crazy, man. By the way, Jimmy Butler be setting a record. Did you hear about this? So check this out. Jimmy Butler is the 3rd player in NBA history to record a 40-plus point triple-double in the NBA Finals, joining LeBron James in 2015 and Jerry West in 1969.
Wow.
How about your boy Butler?
Pretty good, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 40. Jesus. Crazy. Butler had 40 points. Pull up LeBron's stats. He said, Doug, LeBron had 25 points in 39 minutes.
25.
1 of 5 from 3, John.
25, 10, and 8.
Got to give me more than that if AD is not going to come out and perform.
AD with
If AD
15.
is going to take 9 shots, he's going to be 6 for 9 from the field, and he's only going to take 9 shots. I don't know if the Lakers are going to win many of those games. Unless LeBron's going off. If AD is not is going to take 9 shots. LeBron's got to score 40. 25 ain't going to get it done.
Agreed.
25 in 39 minutes ain't going to get it done.
Facts.
You need more. Yeah, just Caldwell Pope, 5 points, bro. The bench was terrible for the Lakers. No one had over 20. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff. What was the whole deal with Jimmy Butler and LeBron with the whole sound and the back and forth and all that stuff?
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, they so I guess LeBron said something of the nature like, you better be scared, or what was it exactly that he says?
Trouble.
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
That's what it was.
And then at the end, towards the end of the game, Jimmy Butler echoed that to LeBron as well, and see how it went over.
I have some sound from Rachel Nichols here.
Jimmy, first, I just wanted to clarify. It looked like you said you're in trouble. Is that what you said?
That is what I said.
Okay. And then secondly, you said last game or after last game, you guys would have to play damn near perfect in order to beat these guys. Where does this fall in terms of playing close to damn near perfect?
First of all, we're not going to act like I'm just out there talking trash, because I'm not. Brian said it to me at the end of the first. That's what happened. I just said it to him in the fourth quarter. And talking about playing damn near perfect, we did a good job of that tonight. We rebounded the basketball, which is what we always talked about. We got back. But I think guys are starting to realize how much we belong on this stage and that we are in the finals for a reason.
Uh-oh.
Mindset, baby.
Think, when we get these other 2 guys back, they're going to make everybody's job, including mine, a lot easier. So I'm excited, but we still got to play better moving forward.
Whoa. Jimmy, you had those guys back. You had those guys there in the first game. What happened? Not close, Jimmy. What are you talking about? I know they're going to help, but you're acting like you hadn't had them the whole time. Stop it. Come on, Jim. I like Jimmy. I like what they're doing. I like the mindset. But, he's talking like they never had him. John says gentleman sweep. John, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance to get your 25 back that you lost to me on the Nuggets series. I'll go 25 with you on the gentleman sweep. You have a gentleman sweep. So now the Lakers win the next 2 and it's over. If that doesn't happen, you owe me another 25. I'll go double or nothing with you. 25. You put another 25 up on the gentleman sweep. Put it on the board. John King. All right, we're up on it.
Straight cash, homie.
25. You heard it right there. There we are, making bets on the show as usual. But yeah, so I thought that was, it's a little bit, Jimmy's talking like they ain't had him the whole series. But I think they can get one more, especially with getting him back. Look that has to give you confidence. If you beat him without Dragic and Adebayo last night, you get him back. It's got to give you confidence.
I just like where he's at with his mindset, with the team mentality. I think he actually said it best last night. He's like, win? I don't care about triple-double. I just want to win. And I think with that statement, and then also talking about the team and when they come back, he's talked about camaraderie. He talked about like, hey, we've earned this. We deserve to be here. I didn't expect that from Jimmy Butler. I really didn't. I think we heard so much anti-Jimmy, in Minnesota, and then obviously when he went to Philadelphia, everybody was kind of pointing the finger at him, like he's the cancer, he's the issue with this team, especially with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think it's a pleasure to listen to, and it reminds me of a Nuggets mentality. So I'm Heat all day. I'm all in on the Heat.
Doug, just looking over these stats, Markieff freaking Morris, okay? Had 19 points. He had 6 less points than LeBron, and he played 25 minutes. LeBron played
efficient.
39 minutes.
Way more efficient.
Not only that, Markieff Morris took 11 threes, dog. He took 11 threes. Anthony Davis took 9 shots total. He took more threes than Davis took. That's why you guys lost the game, Laker fans. All this shit I'm running down for you right here is why you lost the game. That's why you lost. You can't have Morris taking 11 threes and Davis taking 9 shots total.
How many to make of those 11?
5. 5 for 11. That's how he got to 19.
Almost half.
Yeah, that's how he got to 19. He hit 5 of those threes. Now, let me play you the sound from Jimmy Butler. This was funny. You and I were watching this before the show. Jimmy Butler and Charles Barkley talking postgame.
You were awesome tonight, man. Congratulations to getting back in the series. But my question is, they said they had a barber in the bubble. Clearly, you haven't made your way to the barber in the bubble.
That's not a question.
That's a question. Clearly,
No,
you
that's
have
not.
not made it to the barber. Do you not know what
That's
a
still
barber
not a
in the
question.
bubble is?
That's a question, and I do know, I do know what a barber is, but I'm not trusting nobody. Plus, I think I'm playing pretty well like this.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. You ain't got to shave or cut your hair if you play like you did tonight. You were awesome, man. So let me ask you a question.
Thank you. Okay.
What the hell is this big coffee thing?
Question.
It's Big Face Coffee, and it's $20. And if you send me $20, I'll send you a cup.
$20 for a cup of coffee?
$20. Take it or leave it. If you don't want it, I don't care.
Wait, listen, first of all, I don't drink coffee. Listen, you can look around here. C. Webb and Grant and Jared, them brothers who drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. But $20, don't you think that's a little expensive?
You can afford it. They pay you well enough.
Hey, man, congratulations.
There you go. Jimmy Butler and Charles Barkley. He's talking about the Big Face Coffee. We talked about that. We showed the sign, like a month ago when they first got in the bubble. We were like, hey, Jimmy Butler started his own business, Big Face Coffee. We talked about it on the show. We showed it on the show. Look at that. Big Face Coffee getting a little national pub. Charles Barkley. I mean, the guy's only got a week left to make any money, but still, a little national. And he's got a lot less clientele now, now that a lot of the teams left the bubble.
Now there's nobody in the bubble.
It's a little late for the national promo for Big Face Coffee. But I thought that was pretty funny. And the fact that he was asking him a question at the beginning, it wasn't even a question, and Jimmy flamed him on that. That was a light roast. I like that.
I like what you did there. Light roast, coffee. I get it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff, huh?
Brilliant, Harry.
Thanks, man. All right, Dal, let's should we go?
How about this? Since we're talking about the Lakers before, let's put a button on this. Have you heard about the fans? The Los Angeles Laker, John King fans put a petition out for Kyle Kuzma to not receive a ring if the Lakers win the NBA Finals. Have you heard this? You haven't heard this?
No.
This is crazy. So this just started off, with some Laker fans that were just salty and, didn't like Kuzma, didn't think he's kind of pulling his weight. And I can understand that because if we look at it from just kind of year over year, so Kuzma joined the Lakers in 2017, and he was advertised as the team's third star after LeBron James and Anthony Davis joined, right? During Kuzma's second year on the team, he averaged 19 points per game. Not bad, pretty good. Not the star of AD and LeBron, but pretty damn good, right? Number 3, that makes sense. But then lacked consistency, averaging only 12.8 points during the 2019-2020 season. So there's some stats, and to back up this point, so some of the Lakers fans started this petition on change.org. And it basically just says Kyle Kuzma should not get a ring if the Lakers win. This petition started out with like, hey, let's get to 100 signatures. Let's get to 500 signatures. They are now at a whopping 10,000 signatures and counting to not let this guy get a ring.
People are
they
worst.
win the finals. Isn't that crazy?
People are the dumbest. people are so stupid, dog. People have more time on their hands to do bullshit these days. Like, let's try to hold another man down.
Right.
Forget everything he's done in his life to get to this point and to get to forget all that shit. He's not doing enough this right now in the bubble for the Lakers. Let's not let him have a ring. Petition to what? What are they going to do? Who cares if they get 10 million signatures? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Are the Lakers not going to give him a ring?
He's still going to get his ring, no doubt. Literally in the change.org
Weirdos,
application, it basically says Kyle Kuzma is a fuckboy and shouldn't get a ring if the LA Lakers win the 2020 NBA Finals, the petition reads. As of writing, the petition has collected, like I said, over 10,000 signatures now. Kyle Kuzma, however, he did go ahead and respond to it, and his response basically says, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Twitter is for jokes. Lakers forward Kyle Kuzma when oddly asked about the social media haters and the change.org petition. So there you go.
It's the worst, dude.
Yeah. You know what this just tells me, man? This just tells me that a couple bad eggs ruining the Laker fan base.
Couple bad eggs.
Ruining the fan base, dude. Just a couple bad eggs that just smell rotten here. You know, this this just goes to show you that the Lakers fan base is pretty shitty. That's what this tells me. This tells me that if you're going to put a petition and now you have 10,000 signatures, it could go to 50,000. That just tells me that the shitheads that the Lakers fans are and can be and will probably continue to be. That just sucks, dog.
John King, Kuz is a disappointment since that girl got to the bubble. That sucks, bro.
Yeah, and I think if I'm not correct, I'm not big into the relationship stuff, but I think Tyler Hero actually is now partaking in Kuzma's ex. So, that puts a little bit of bad blood there as well. But I don't think that... Again,
why does that put any bad blood?
Not with the Lakers fan. I just think that just feels bad as well. Kyle Kuzma's just getting a lot of shit right now,
Right.
You got Tyler Hero, taking game 3 with Jimmy Butler last night. Those are the 2 stars. And now he's got a petition to not get a ring, and now Tyler Hero is taking his ex, and poor Kyle Kuzma, man. I feel sorry for the guy. He needs some new fan base.
Let's go into On This Day. All
right, fools. On this day, we have a major motion picture by the name of Training Day that dropped on October 5th, 2001. Dude, we're talking almost 20 years ago now. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Dude,
I just saw this on TV the other night. The end came on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just caught
Did you watch it?
Yeah, just the very end of it.
Oh, dude. Training Day, we learned a lot of stuff about this. So, a little backstory on Training Day, dude. So, again, October 5th, 2001, this hit the motion picture scene. And it was cool, right? Because what this film really portrayed is very relevant to what we have today. This really showed crime drama, offered a pioneering, still relevant look at abusive policing, which made stars like Ethan Hawke, an even bigger star, Eva Mendes, who was the girlfriend of Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Dude, she was only 27. This is what really pushed her into stardom.
Right.
This really blew up. It wasn't Too Fast, Too Furious. It wasn't that. But Training Day is where Eva Mendes got her real big start. But I think it's interesting because really what it brings into is we know we have scandals, and this movie actually was based off of the Los Angeles Police Department's rampart corruption scandal of the 90s. In fact, Denzel Washington actually chose to wear a goatee in order to resemble Rafael Perez, an officer central to the scandal. So this just goes back into real life and what we deal with today on scandals, police, brutality. This is the exact landscape that we lived then, that we continue to live today. So it's just as relevant as it was in 2001. But this is a great movie. And it's interesting because Denzel, Ethan Hawke, Eva Mendes, for the research before they did this film, the 2 stars met with several undercover cops, gang leaders, and drug dealers. Ethan Hawke even went out on patrol. He says, I did a bunch of these drive-arounds to figure this whole thing out. So, man, it's interesting that they put all this work into it, that it still is relevant today. And, by the way, Denzel got an Oscar for this movie. So I had to give this movie some fucking credit, for real.
Give it some credit, guy.
A great movie, man. I was
Can't get kicked off the couch. I should have hit that one earlier.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
That was delayed. That was for Neighborhood earlier.
For sure.
Some credit.
And we'll never forget the one line that we get from Denzel. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Yeah,
that's dope, right? Yeah. So had to give this movie some credit, man.
Good shit, Dow. I like that one a lot.
Give them some credit. For real.
Dirty DJ, dude. You guys are the perfect yin and yang relationship that makes the cast what it is. Don't doubt yourself, Dow. Keep at the grind, fellas. $5 in the super chat. Thank you, Dirty DJ.
Love that guy. Great guy.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, let me give a little shot to that here.
Training Day soundtrack was fire, Joey Magana.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm a big soundtrack guy.
Yeah, you are. You got to get that vinyl, guy.
I got to get that vinyl.
Yeah.
I still haven't listened to my Crow vinyl yet. It's still like a collector's piece to me. I got to break that thing out.
Yeah,
but I paid over $200 for that. That's a big collector's piece.
Break that out. Break out a little cigar. Get your bathrobe and your chest hair flowing, and then do a little Instagram fucking story of you just sitting there listening to vinyl, puffing a cigar with your chest hair out.
You should be my content director.
Wasn't that great shit?
You should be my content director.
Right there. You don't even have to say a word. You just hearing vinyl in the background. You just do a little quick, just fucking puff the cigar and post the fucking vid.
I like it.
I'm trying to help. Oh, man.
Take that L on the way out.
Gosh, damn it, Dal.
Pushing it out like, yeah, never mind. We'll get into it.
Nice.
We'll get into it.
Thank you, Dal, for that was On This Day, October 5th. Training Day soundtrack. Dude, I'm looking at this thing.
Yeah, give me a list of tracks.
Let's see here.
A lot of rap and hip hop, I assume.
Yep. Oh, yeah, of course.
Good.
Wolves, MOP, Bounce Rock, Golden State, Exhibit, Razcast, Put It On Me, Dr. Dre and DJ Quick. Number One, Nelly, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was the title track. What does it take to be number one? That was the title track to the whole movie.
What is it? 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers.
2 is not a winner, 3 nobody remembers.
There you go.
There you go.
I was trying to rap it, but it wouldn't come out.
Do it again. Now you know the words.
Let's see. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. That's pretty good.
2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. Close. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Fuck You by Pharoah Monch.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Don't know that one.
Watch the Police. See Murder and Trick Daddy. Dirty Riders, The Locks. American Dream, P. Diddy and the Bad Boy Family, featuring David Bowie.
Oh, wow.
American Dream. Got to check that one out. Greed, Cypress Hill and Cocaine. Clips. The song's called Guns N' Roses by The Clips.
Huh.
That's sick. The Squeeze, Gangstar.
I love Gangstar. Damn. That is a pretty fire soundtrack.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Good shit on there.
To get up on that. I have to save that to my Spotify playlist.
4 songs not present on the album, but present in the movie are Still DRE.
Oh, damn. Good tune.
Dr. Dre and Snoop. I wonder why it didn't get on the soundtrack, though. Cypress Hill, Rock Superstar. Live, you want to be a rock superstar and live large. Have big house, 5 cars,
you're in charge.
There you go. Last Resort by Papa Roach.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
And Letter to the President by Tupac and the Outlaws.
How did that shit not make it?
Those 4, Still DRE, Rock Superstar, Last Resort, Letter to the President. None of those songs made the final soundtrack. Doesn't say why.
Huh.
Interesting.
But they did make the movie.
They made the movie, but not on the soundtrack. Yep. And soundtrack 17 songs deep without those 4.
Anyways, yeah.
Crazy. Good shit, Magana.
Yeah, man.
Putting this up on Game in the Chat. All right, let's jump to a couple NFL stories, and we'll go into our heaters. Recap from the weekend, but a few of the stories we talked about: the players testing positive, COVID-19, all that stuff. That has caused there to be a doubleheader Monday night game, a doubleheader of Monday night games tonight. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Chiefs versus the Patriots from Arrowhead. That's going to be kicking off just after 5 o'clock on, what is that, 5 o'clock on Ara? Is that our shit?
Should be
5:15 Mountain is ours, so it's 7:15 East Coast.
7:15, yep.
Damn, 4:15 on the West, though?
They got to do it early,
You're driving home in rush hour listening to the game, huh? Shit.
On YouTube, just have it like...
Damn. And then they bumped the other one to 8:50. Did you see that? 8:50 Mountain Time is what I saw.
What time are they getting done then? What time is that East Coast? That's not good.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's a 10:50 kickoff.
We've talked about the East Coast. Like, how
East
do they
Coast,
do
you guys
that?
are getting 10:50 kickoff tonight on the
Dirty
Packers.
DJ, good luck with that. And Philly Mayor, good luck. John King.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. You got to put the kids to bed.
Is this surprising to you that the Packers are still a touchdown favorite going into tonight's game? It seems a little bit surprising to me considering the injury report, considering the COVID stuff. But now I just saw Devontae Adams this morning.
Yeah.
Is now going to be out. Did you see that?
I did see that, and I saw that the internet was set ablaze by his tweet. Adam Schefter.
And he deleted it.
Yeah, Adam Schefter borrowed his tweet to essentially say that, hey, he is going to be out. He basically said that, hey, I believe my body. I know my body better than anybody else, but unfortunately the organization says I'm out. So I've got to take a seat or whatever.
Here's the tweet, and I saw it first thing when I woke up this morning.
Crazy.
It says, "Sorry, fans and friends, I won't be on the field tonight. I've done everything I need to do and proved I'm ready, but I guess I don't know my body as well as others. Good luck out there, my boys."
Yeah.
That was the tweet. It's since been deleted, but it sounds like the medical staff for the Green Bay Packers, which is pretty notorious for being cautious. If you look at Green Bay's injury history, guys that are on the fence, they usually don't push it. Mm-hmm. They're a pretty cautious injury. They're a medical staff over there. Mm-hmm. They don't push their guys too hard to play through lingering injuries. They're going to take it. They're going to take caution with Adams tonight, which is going to be interesting because they're already out Alan Lazard, who got put on IR.
Right.
It's going to be, dude, you may see a lot of Robert Tonyan tonight, a lot of the tight ends, little Jay Sternberger underneath. But the Packers, last time I looked this morning, were still nearly a touchdown favorite at -6.5 this morning.
Seems a little heavy.
Seems a little bit heavy. I know the Falcons are 0-3, but the Falcons they're probably the best 0-3 team there is. They're probably better than the Broncos. The Broncos ain't even 0-3. Falcons just can't finish games.
Well, check this out as well. Packers knock. Guess what? They have a bye on the 11th. So they have a bye next week. So I bet they're just giving that extra rest to Devontae. And
he's not happy about it, though.
No, I mean, shit.
He's not happy.
You got to let the player take a little charge. But, I mean, arguably the second best receiver in the league. I get what the organization's doing.
It's down to 6 now. Pack -6.
Okay.
What about the Kansas City and Chiefs?
How about those Chiefs?
I mean, this seems like an easy one for the Chiefs. You know, you've got
Chiefs have ballooned up to an 11-point favorite now with no Cam Newton.
Yeah.
With the Patriots flying in today. I don't know if you know. They just gassed up the plane and jetted out this morning.
Is that because they had to wait on tests?
They were still waiting on tests and everything last night to make sure everything was good to go. They didn't want to travel for no reason. So instead of traveling the day before, they now traveled the day of the game.
We talk about it a lot.
Have you ever heard of an NFL team traveling and playing the day of a game? That's the first I've ever heard of
Not that I'm aware of, yeah.
First I've ever heard
Never
of
heard of it. And we talk about going from the East Coast, essentially Boston, all the way, and you're not going all the way to the West Coast with Kansas City, but still, that's a lot of travel, same day. I just think it doesn't bode well. You know, that traveling team, you know, going somewhere else, waiting, having these inconsistencies of, are we going to be good? What does the test look like? I don't know if they're going to have their minds sharp. But, the argument there is having a Belichick staff and a Belichick organization. You know they're going to isolate the problem people within the organization of who they're playing, i.e., big gun Patty Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. They're probably going to find a way to take those guys out. But then you have now this Gus. What is his name? Gus Edwards-Helaire?
Gus Edwards-Helaire?
I forget.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde, there you go. God damn it.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
It's Gus Edwards in Baltimore.
Yes.
That's my bad.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
But how are they going to isolate all three with limited rest, same-day traveling, don't have their, franchise quarterback, I guess you'd say now? It just doesn't bode well. I think it's Chiefs all night.
Dude, so this is going to be kind of crazy tonight because I just saw in the chat, Dustin Skinner was updating me on the time. They have now, the Kansas City Chief game is now kicking off at 5:05 Mountain Time, so 7:05 Eastern.
Okay.
And the Falcons-Packer game is kicking off at 6:50 Mountain, so an hour and 45 minutes after the Chiefs game gets going. So they're going to be overlapping, and they're on CBS and ESPN. So you're going to, if you don't have two TVs or if you don't have a multicast.
You got to have that picture-in-picture.
Did you see that on my story?
I did.
Woo!
Dude,
how fire is that?
You know who was jealous?
Who?
I was. But Robin, she's like, what is that? I said, babe, I think it's the new evolution of picture-in-picture. I'm not for sure because our TV doesn't have that, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm texting you the details to give her, and she's like, oh, babe, I think we can get that.
Yeah. Now, you can only have one sound, obviously, going on at one time, but it's so easy, dude. You just slide over to this. It has this sound. You slide over to this, it has this sound. And you can do a grid where you can do 4 things at once. You can do one big one in the thing and 3 on the side like you saw I had.
Totally.
You can just do 2 big ones. So, like Saturday night, I had the UFC card going on one picture, and then I had the Clemson game because the LSU game was a blowout. So I had Clemson up there because they were kind of battling a little bit. And then Georgia was a blowout too. But yeah, I was watching a little college football and a little UFC. Had it all cracking. Shit was a good time. So tonight you're gonna need that. Just letting you guys know. Yeah. Games are overlapping tonight. I had that wrong. I was still going off the old shit. I didn't see that they moved it. So 5:50 Mountain and then 6:50 Mountain, which is 8:50 East Coast. So interesting.
That is interesting. Danny Belton says Belichick should start Edelman at QB. Little Kent State University action.
Oh, little Kent State razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That'd be tight.
Who is it, Hoyer? They got Brian Hoyer starting?
They have...
is that who their backup is?
Yes.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer.
Stiddy's just lost the job. I don't know what happened to Jared Stidham. I saw them in camp. Before they brought Cam Newton in, it was like a 1-2 situation. Then they brought Newton in, and the report I read was all 3 of them were kind of even at that time. They were going to let it play out in camp. Well, Stiddy went and got some kind of like a medical evaluation done on his leg. I don't know what it was for. They didn't have the details in the report I read. But when he got back with the team, all of a sudden he was like so far distanced. And it wasn't even like he didn't even miss much time. He might have missed one day. But it was all of a sudden it was Newton and Hoyer. Stiddy
Gotcha.
was just like out of the picture, bro. It was
Stiddy
really
was
weird.
no longer.
You know how it goes over there. Those guys are weird, man. Patriots do weird shit. All right, let's where are we at on time? Let's hit a couple of these other stories here. The Monday night stuff was one major one. And then Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate. Fill me in on this from the weekend. If you missed it, Jalen Ramsey had the nastiest form tackle on Golden Tate. Golden Tate. Golden Tate caught like a screen pass, and not only did Ramsey throw the blocker to the floor, he upends Golden. I mean, I guess he picked him up out of the air and slammed him so hard on the turf that both of their feet were off the ground when he slammed him.
Oh, yeah.
It was a vicious tackle. It was a form tackle if you've ever seen one by a corner.
It was for real.
It was ferocious. And
For real.
I guess there was bad blood afterwards.
Certainly.
And it spilled over to the end of the game. They got through the entire game, and then they met at the 50-yard line and started throwing blows.
Yep.
And unfortunately, because we're in 2020, it's the shittiest year of all time, you would think in 2020 we have images of every fight ever. We have images of fights I don't even want to see by some random fucker at the gas station. Like someone just recorded, I don't care. But because it's 2020, we have zero footage of this fight. Nobody has footage. We have a bunch of afterwards. We have a lot of pushing, but apparently they started throwing blows at the 50-yard line, and pretty quickly both went down to the ground simultaneously. That's why we have no footage, because the aerial cam turns on, and when the video turns on, it's just they're already on the ground scuffling, and everyone's trying to pull them apart / pushing each other and everything like that. So we don't really know what occurred. What we do know, though, is Jalen Ramsey went and waited outside of the Giants' locker room. Is that correct?
Sure did. Yep. So let me get into it. So this was a culmination of bad blood between the two. Obviously, Ramsey, 25, ended a long-term relationship with Golden Tate's sister, Brianna.
This is what I'm unfamiliar with. So there's some issues behind the scenes that led to this.
Family drama, as you might say. So Ramsey, like I said, ended his long-term relationship with Golden Tate's sister, Brianna, last summer while she was still pregnant, dude. Ramsey, however, the father of two of Tate's nieces already, then posted a photo with his new girlfriend on Instagram last October. Tate then has spoken about the situation once, saying, "I'm not happy at all with the disrespect that he's shown towards my sister and things he's done in the past." So this is a culmination of bad blood from family ties, unfortunately. And it's just reached ahead. And the interesting thing is we haven't seen anything till now on the field, because I looked back at it, and the Jaguars nor Rams played the Giants last season. So we weren't able to see any of this last season. So there was plenty of time for this animosity to obviously fester and reach a new height on Sunday. So that's what I'm seeing.
Jeez.
Pretty crazy.
So then they, you think they're done? Think the feud's over with? Or because they weren't able, now the report finishes up, they weren't able to, nothing else happened outside the locker room.
Giants locker room. Nothing came to that or whatever.
Nothing else went on. But yeah, dude, it got a little bit heated.
Yeah, when it's family, dude, I think this is going to last for quite some time. This isn't going to go away. We may be hearing about this, later on down the road.
Damn.
But
Vish. Let me one last story before we get into the heaters. The betting over the weekend. Sports books were crazy this weekend, dude.
Cracking.
Sports betting is just really taken off with a lot more sports obviously going legal. Well, I was kind of wondering what happens with the sports books when they start, when you have these COVID outbreaks. What happens when people have these bets in? What happens when people already have these bets in? The line swings crazy to another team. People that had the Chiefs bet in, all that stuff. So depending on the book, it really just depends. But most books, if the game doesn't happen the same day, they don't take the action. It's a void.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people that had action already, if it doesn't play the same day, you have to rebook the action when they re-put the lineup.
I think that makes sense.
They'll just void the ticket. So yeah, pretty interesting. Some of the notable bets this weekend. The Sportsbooks reported taking $2 million on a 3-team parlay that featured Florida on the money line against South Carolina, Tennessee on the money line against Missouri, and the Rams on the money line Sunday against the Giants. Each team won, and the better won $1.1 million off his $2 million risk.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So that was taken on DraftKings. They also reported taking a $1.4 million bet on the over 42 for the Jaguars-Bengals game at minus 263 odds. So that means $1.4 million to win $531,319.
That's ludicrous to
because
me.
it's minus 263 odds.
Right.
But the total for the game by game time had risen all the way up to 49.5. So in order to get the 42, the guy had to lay those crazy odds, minus 263, because the spread had ballooned up so high. Well, it didn't even matter. Even with the 49.5, they crushed the over, 33-25 final score in that game. That was one of our heaters. So some big money made on that one. And then the last big one was the DraftKings also reported taking $795,000 bet on a similar ultimate total at 41.5 for the Thursday night game between the Jags and Dolphins, which also crushed in the over as well. So there's some of the notables, big time bets, people cashing in on the over unders. They did have, so it looks like DraftKings got beat on some of those big ones, but they made quite a bit of money back on the Cardinals game. You lost on the Cardinals game. A lot of people, sounds like.
Heavy on the Cardinals,
yeah. Lost on that Cardinals game. So let's jump into the heaters and the NFL recap from the weekend. Woo! Get some water here. All right. Dow Palantonio going into the weekend, 7-3. Let's start with a little bit of positivity, huh? Both of us with a little bit of a dub on the Saints.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go, baby. This was a crazy one because we didn't know if the game was even going to get canceled at first. I mean, we had false positive COVID tests, Saints rallying from 2 touchdowns early to come back and win it. Crazy, crazy game. What did you think of this one?
Oh, that game was super enjoyable, man. I loved everything about it. Kamara is that dude. Just having Brady be tight without having the big weapon of Michael Thomas, just showing versatility and showing the team adaptability. We were hot on them. We've been hot on the Saints. Finally, they capitalized on their hotness for what we thought would be hot. I thought it was a great game. Well played.
Traquan Smith leads the Saints, catching both of Drew Brees' touchdown passes on the day.
He's that dude. 19
From the
fantasy.
20-yard line as Brees sets, throws to the end zone. Smith, his second touchdown today.
There you go.
That guy's sick. 19 points roughly on the average fantasy roster.
I was forced to drop him in a league. Dude, I had to drop him and pick up somebody because Devontae Adams is sitting.
Oh, totally.
And I had no other choice. So I had to drop him and I picked up Mecole Hardman. I'm starting him against Yee tonight in the most underrated fantasy league. Thomas Yee has got...
what does this look like?
I'll go over it after heaters.
Okay,
it's
cool.
going to get crazy. I'll go over the fantasy in a minute. But both of us cover easy. Saints get the win and cover 35-29. I say they cover easy. They covered by 5. It was a 4-point spread. It wasn't easy, but it seemed like it was easy. The Lions climbed back in at the very end, but
they did.
The Saints were looking good. Other than early on in the game, they made a nice little comeback there. Your next game, Dow, not so good. Bengals -3. Oh no, I guess it was good for you, bad for me.
Bad for you.
Sorry. I think Joe Mixon was the key in this one. Did you have Joe Mixon in your fantasy leagues yesterday?
I didn't. I was able to pick Joe Mixon.
Dude.
But how about that run into the end zone, dude, where the flip?
Yeah.
So sick.
Super, super ill. Joe Mixon carried the Bengals yesterday. He rushed for 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he also caught another TD, which was Joe Burrow's lone TD of the day.
Have an open-minded coach. Mixon, speaking of openings, inside the 15, the 10, the 5, inside the pylon, touchdown Cincinnati. 34 yards for Joe Mixon. He not only has his first receiving touchdown of the season, now he's got his first rushing touchdown.
There you go. Joe Mixon carrying him. The Natty racked up 505 yards of offense to get the win and cover the spread, 33-25 against the Jags. Dow gets the win on that. We were head-to-head, so I paid him $5 yesterday already.
Sure
so don't
did.
worry about it. I already sent him over that one.
Already got it.
I lost on that. I had the Jags +3. I said it was going to be a 3-point game. I was wrong all around. Lost the pick, lost the 3-point game. None of it made sense. Moving on. Cardinals -3. Dow taking that L on this one. Listen, this was impressive to me, and I wasn't with you on the Cardinals, but I wasn't hating on the pick by any means. There was a time when doctors didn't know if Teddy Bridgewater was ever going to even walk again, let alone play quarterback. But you'd never know it the way he broke the pocket, juked 2 defenders, and ran in for a touchdown yesterday. This is how it sounded.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater will step up and look to run. Oh, nice move. And another juke for Bridgewater. And Teddy Bridgewater all the way for the touchdown.
Teddy was going to go, and it sprung him into the end zone because of receivers blocking downfield.
18-yard run by Teddy Bridgewater. He also threw for 2 more scores on the day. It just felt like Arizona could not get it going on either side of the ball. Murray didn't really get it going anytime. The defense couldn't get consistent stops. Panthers just cruised. Don't even need the 3 points that Vegas gave them. They win the game outright, 31-21.
Yeah. Check this, man. I was going from Bridgewater, man. After going 1 for 6 in the red zone last week, this fool goes and scores TDs on 4 of their 5 trips. What a redemption game for him. What a bounce back game. I was super impressed with Tedward Bridgewater, the 18th.
Tedward Bridgewater.
Tedward Bridgewater is amazing, man. That guy really showed some great things, man. I was super happy for that guy.
Moving on to the worst game of the day. The Buccaneers, with this push, they didn't even deserve to win the game, in my opinion. Right. And somehow they come back and not only win the game, but they come back and push on the spread. They don't cover, so Dow doesn't win it. I don't win it with the Chargers. Mm-hmm. We have to push out. Buccaneers win it by exactly 7. Tom Brady leads his first come-from-behind victory as a member of the Buccaneers, throwing for 369 yards and 5 touchdowns to help them rally from a 17-point deficit to beat the Chargers. How did they come back from 17? How, Sway?
46 yards downfield. Fake it. Oh, you can't do it any better. Brady to Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Tom Brady just crushed it yesterday. Right. 38-31 was the final in that one. Buccaneers get the win.
Here's what I was so shocked about it. All 4 Chargers touchdowns were scored by all undrafted free agents. You had Tyron Johnson. You had Michael Davis. You had Donald Parham. And you had Jalen Goyton.
Who?
Never heard of him.
Right.
That was crazy, man.
Who are these people?
Wild.
Who are these people?
And then obviously Austin Eckler going out. Crutches. We see him in crutches later on.
Oh, dude.
Tough loss.
Bad. And I saw that he's going to be, they said he may be able to come back this year. So Joshua Kelly, the hot waiver wire pickup there. And then another big running back injury in the next game we're talking about. Let's go to our final, well, I guess we have one more after this, which is mine, but this one we were on together.
Yep.
The Browns and the Cowboys. We had the Browns plus 4.5. Nick Chubb gets rolled up on, and they said he went out with an ankle injury. To me, it looked like knee.
It was knee.
It looked like knee. So Nick Chubb is being placed on the IR. He's going to miss at least the next 3 weeks. But you and I were texting. I think it bodes well for Kareem Hunt and this offense. I think they have a little bit of trouble getting Chubb and Hunt mixed into where they both get enough carries and get going. I think Hunt without Chubb in the mix, you're going to see Baker Mayfield be able to get in a better rhythm because Hunt's in a better rhythm running the ball.
Yeah.
You saw Odell yesterday. I think you have more success that way. It's so hard to get both running backs enough touches because they're both so good.
And they're
both
totally
guys that
different.
Need to get going.
You've got a power back in Chubb, and then you've got the versatility.
Oh, dude, Hunt's power too, though.
He is, but he's more versatile. Well, I wouldn't say that.
They both catch out of the backfield.
You're seeing Chubb catch out of the backfield. Yeah, you're right.
I think you're
right.
They're both starting running backs.
It's still a two-headed monster with
monster.
Still trying to figure out how to work both in. I think you're right.
Yeah, the Browns in the fourth quarter they led the game 41-14. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little scared when the Cowboys started coming back, just because the Browns, it is the Browns.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, OBJ goes off, scoring 3 touchdowns, catching 1 from Baker Mayfield and 1 from Jarvis Landry.
Hunt has it here. Slides to the outside. Kareem Hunt is
There's the man.
in. Touchdown. Cleveland.
My bad. I thought I had a Odell Beckham soundbite there, but it was Kareem Hunt instead. So
Still good.
yeah, he led the way. Kareem Hunt led the way, led the day. Browns hold on to get the 11-point victory over the Dallas Cowboys, 49-38. Easy cover, bro. Didn't even need the 4.5 there either.
Feet up.
Let's go to the last game of the Heaters, and it was my Baltimore Ravens pick. I had the Ravens minus the huge 13-point spread.
A lot of points.
A lot of points there. It wasn't as smooth of a blowout as I anticipated, but Baltimore did get it going eventually, and Lamar got back to doing 2019 Lamar things with his rushing ability.
3rd and 4. Jackson keeps it himself up the middle. He's got room. Lamar Jackson, open field, inside the 20. He is in. Lamar, spectacular. Touchdown, Baltimore.
There you go. And they go ahead and cruise. He also hit Mark Andrews for 2 passing TDs. I love that because I got a little combo in a couple leagues. I got Mark Andrews at tight end and Lamar Jackson. So you get double points there in fantasy.
Love that.
So Baltimore gets the win 31-17, and they barely cover the spread, winning by 14. 1-point win for me, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
So that'll bring us to a grand total of Dal Palantonio going 3-1-1 on the week. I go 3-1-1 on the week. So now Dal is 10-4-1 on the year. And that will put me at 11-3-1 on the year.
Still got me, yep.
Still one game better. Just one game up.
It's not bad. We're still profitable.
Yeah, we're doing all right, man.
Still caking up.
One game up. That is the NFL Heaters recap brought to you by DenverSportsBetting.com. You can go to DenverSportsBetting.com, check out the Heaters segment every single week. You can also go there and get a bunch of other information. That way you can get the edge on all of your picks and all of your bets each day. DenverSportsBetting.com. All right, Del. Heaters segment, good to go. I think, let me see if we want to jump into, let's just go into, sneakers here.
Bet.
I'll monitor the chat and see if we got anything going here. But let's go ahead and jump into the sneaker segment. Brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. As always, use the code MUP. It's PureSpectrumCBD.com. Save yourself a little bit of money. I also, my aunt said we need to get she went over to the store. We got to get that ironed out.
Yeah, I'll give him a call. See what's up with that.
I think we still got credit for it coming through. I don't know.
Okay.
I know we got credit after she went, so.
We'll have to get Amberta's invoice number.
Yeah, right.
We'll see what's up.
We'll put it all together.
For sure.
But Pure Spectrum CBD, use the code MUP. Get yourself relaxed. I'm going to get Dal on that after the show, per your recommendations. Thank you guys for recommending that for Dal.
Bet. All right. Today, we're going to go ahead and start out with a little bit of what's happening with Supreme. We haven't touched on that too much. There's been a lot of uninteresting stuff for us, in our opinions. But this week, we have a little bit of leak so far. We don't know the accessories quite yet, but what we were looking at is the Fox Supreme collab. We see that, season over season, and, not really interested in most of this, but here we go. Let's start off with the Fox Supreme Racing Sweatpants.
Huh.
Is this a must-have?
No.
Okay.
Not a must-have.
Not a must-have.
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down. I'd be like, oh, these are cool. But
what about an under retail?
I wouldn't go crazy. Yeah.
Maybe get an under retail.
What is retail?
Let's see here.
I guess that depends.
Yeah, I don't believe we have retail yet. It's going to be stupid expensive for that.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, anything you like about these? Is there anything appealing? Like the orange kind of creamsicle with a little bit of gray, the black?
I like the gray and red and the black ones. The other ones I'm not. The Starburst joints I'm not a fan of. The pink lemonade.
These just remind me of all the chicks wearing those short-ass booty shorts that say weird shit on the back. I just can't get over that in my head. So these are absolutely atrocious.
Wait. The Fox is
actually
on the front.
It's on the front. You're right.
Yeah, it's not on the back.
It's on the front butt.
If that was on the back, who's made where? Come on. You really thought that was on the back?
If that was on the back, it would make more sense to me.
Stop it. For a woman.
Yeah.
For a man, it makes more sense as on the front.
Yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't women wear it? I'd see more women wearing these than guys. These are dumb.
Not your style.
These are not my style, man. Not my Juro style. That's for sure. But anywho, let's go back now to...
let's go back to the Gap. Look at my check. Wasn't no scratch. So if I stole, wasn't my fault. Yeah, I stole, never got caught.
Nice. Don't know who it is.
Shocker.
All right, what about this? The Supreme Fox Racing Puffy Jacket. Now, you're into racing, right? Car racing. The stock car, Kevin Harlan
I don't have any
coming
need
around the
for
corner.
this.
Nothing for these?
I don't have any need. I already have a couple winter coats, puffy coats. I don't have any need. I have enough coats, plenty of coats. We got so many coats. My girl's getting mad at the coat rack getting too full on the thing. She's like, go put them in the coat closet. Coat closet's full. We're coated out, bro.
You got coats here.
Dude, my neighbor is Ben Coates. His little son, Sammy Coates.
Never heard of her.
Come on, you don't know Ben Coates, legendary tight end from the 90s? Never heard of Ben
No,
Coates? You didn't watch football. Kansas. Anyway.
Hey, I'm only one game back on the heaters. You got plenty of coats. You even got a professional swimmer's coat back here in the studio.
Right, I got Missy Franklin's coat that I found at the thrift, guy. I got plenty of coats.
You don't need no more coats. Yeah, this coat is not appealing. It's not cool. If you had Lucas oil on it somewhere, that might make sense. I just don't need it. Don't like it. This is like a Jacob Star coat. I don't need it.
Jacob Star.
What about this? Again, this is about as feminine as the pants are to me. I love hoodies, but man, I'm just not.
Not a must-have.
Not a Fox guy.
Not a must-have for me at all.
Unfortunately, and I wouldn't pay the price that these are probably going to go for. I would probably see these. They're probably at least going to be taxing 130, 160, somewhere in those. So for that, I'm out. So right now, Supreme release this week. On the 8th,
I hate that they
looks bleak.
Yeah, we don't have the accessories yet, which
I know.
that's what I'm really. I haven't been going for any stuff the past couple weeks, but the things I did get, the water bottle, the Hydro Pack, and the playing cards, I'm super happy with so far this year. So I'm not hating on it at all. I'm not really interested in this stuff, but I haven't really been interested in a lot of the garments anyway.
Nah.
It's been more accessories. So
garments have been a no-go for me as well. I did like the other two accessories that you didn't mention. Remember the metal chair, the metal folding chair?
Yes.
The black and red. I would have loved to have that. Missed, of course. And then the pipe wrench. We kind of talked about that. You asked me, Dallas, you got a pipe wrench. You got a Cobalt pipe wrench. Why do you need a second pipe wrench? What are you really going to do with that pipe wrench? You already got pipe wrenches.
Yeah, you're piped out.
I'm piped out. I just need another one. But that being said, yeah, Supreme has been underwhelming on the apparel side for us this season so far. But I look forward to seeing the accessories, and we'll go over that as soon as we have it.
What's next?
Let's go. How about the new Pharrell Adidas NMD Hue Black? I call these the ninja joints.
Triple black with the white lacing, and then what color is that? Is that black stitching there too?
Oh yeah, it's black on black on black. This is the ninja booty.
Why is it 3M or it's just the way the lights are hitting?
I think it's the way the lights are hitting.
Okay,
yeah, not 3M that I know of so far.
It's just black on black stitching.
Right, it's just the lights. But
just trying to light it
you know,
up
it might be 3M. Look at that. That picture might entail some 3M.
You know, Adidas in their stock photos, you can't tell nothing.
Stock photos are brutal, dude.
Can't tell anything from those.
Yeah. What do you think about these, man? Is it too black to where it's like reminds you of a cooking shoe? Because we've talked about that, right? Black on black on black on black sometimes can look like a restaurant being in the kitchen staff shoe. Does this remind you of kitchen staff?
Not kitchen staff, but I don't like the way this guy has them styled with the shitty white socks.
Yeah, why would you wear white socks with that? That's
I'm not
awful.
feeling it. And then that's Yankee Kicks, ain't it? Has to be. Look at the way he stands. He's the only one that does that toe point like that.
The toe point.
You can really tell. Obviously, always when he wears shorts, he's got the little tattoo on his ankle, the lion or whatever. But
always wearing like the Kith Coke socks or whatever.
But this looks like his style of photos, and those puffy white socks are poopy white.
I don't mind these. It's almost a little too black. Like if that was 3M, I think that'd be cool. But again, a light would have to be hitting that to unveil that 3M. It might be a little too much. Like you almost need something to really break that up, and I don't think the white laces are enough to break that up. It really just looks like something you'd wear with your gi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's ninja to me. I need a gi and I need these shoes. I don't know. That's how I feel about that shoe. So it might be a little too much. I think I might try
like
to.
If you had an all-white gi with a black belt and then the black kicks with the white laces,
that'd be sick.
That's the only way it would look tight.
That's the only way it would look good.
Outside of that, it's hard to style it. If you don't own a gi, you can't cop.
Yeah, if you don't own a gi and you don't cook in kitchens, you cannot have this shoe. This shoe is not for you. So, but yeah, man, just wanted to kind of get your opinion.
Not a must cop, nothing crazy. Honestly, if it's something I got, dude, I probably wouldn't either. Here's what would happen. They would sit there forever and I'd never wear them, or they'd sit by the door and I'd wear them to take out the trash, and they'd be just like my run to the store and everything wear. That's the two things that would happen if I copped these, AKA Don't need them.
Gotcha.
Because I got no real plan.
So it looks like these are going to be at $220, pretty normal. We just talked about last cast, the last human races. They came out, they sold out. They were on Adidas Confirmed app. You will probably see these on Confirmed app as well. And there's no hard date on these, but it sounds like rumors say it's in the next week to 2 weeks. These will be hitting that Adidas Confirmed app. So there you go. That is another one to look forward to. Dude, I think I have a shoe for you. Check this out. So I know you're a big fan of the Off-White. What is it? Desert Tan, I think is the colorway of those Off-White Air Max 90s.
The Desert Ore.
Desert Ore, my fault. Check this out. I might have a poor man's Desert Ore that I think are pretty sick. Check these joints out, dude.
The Desert Poor.
These are the Desert Poor surplus. Surplus joints. So obviously an ode to the military, i.e. the surplus. It does come in a kind of olive green as well, which I can show you. But I think the brown is really the play on this. You've got just a little highlight of orange in the front here.
Dude, you know who those scream right away to me?
Who they scream?
Yeah.
Like who would wear them?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Joey from Certified. I used to work with.
Or not Magana.
You don't have to say his government name. You know who
Joey,
he is.
yeah.
Yes, just Joey is fine, Dallas. Thank you.
This would be a shoe for him?
Dude, tell me. Right there, that angle, that's not him all the way. And twice on Sunday.
That could be.
Dog, that's so him.
He'd wear those.
Oh, gosh. That's Joe. Joe to the max, bro.
I think these are sick. So you love the Off-Whites, and you've talked about getting those. Is this... So if it's a Joey shoe,
cool.
then it's not a shoe for you?
They're just cool.
I think these are fire, actually.
Yeah, they're cool.
I think these look so damn good to me. The profile looks good. The subtle hints of orange are just enough to make that pop and not get god-awful. You could do it. It's a great fall shoe. That is one of the best fall colorways outside of olive.
They're cool.
Man, I think these are sick.
I would rather have the Off-White pair.
Well,
I think
totally.
the Off-White pair is way tighter, but those are cool.
But I have the Off-White pair, and I still want this pair.
Let me see. Yeah, let me see the overview, the top view. Is there an orange? Is that an orange stripping there?
Yes, it's an orange stripping.
Bright
so
orange?
Yes,
Okay.
like All Hallows Eve orange on those blazers.
I would immediately lace swap these to a hot orange lace, and then I think they'd be ready to go for me.
Flat.
The way they are now.
Flat or rope? Would you do rope lace? You'd have to stick with rope, right?
No.
You could do. You know what? I could give you my mango.
I have flat laces on Air Max 90s. They look great.
I could give you my flat Air Max 90s that came with the Off-White, the Desert Ores.
There you go.
You could
That's
rock.
where
you could put those in there.
That's what you need.
That'd be the play.
The orange ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mango. Yeah. But are they that same orange?
I don't know. The mango might be a little brighter.
I know. See, that's
brighter.
Even if that's like bright hunter orange, though, I'm still down. Like I'd be down to cop a pair and put them in there. Yeah. Like the pair that come with the Hyper Crimson Jordan 1. Those,
those would look great.
That is what I'm picturing.
Because that's not as the Off-Whites are pretty fluorescent.
It is a mango.
They're fluorescent.
It's a mango orange.
Mango fluorescent for sure.
It's not this same hunter orange, but that Jordan 1 Hyper Crimson is.
Yeah.
Those laces, those bright orange laces.
I think these are the sickest, man. I gotta have these. I think this is. I'm so excited about a GR shoe in this case. I think this might be one of my favorites of the year.
When do they drop?
They drop. It looks like October 10th is what we're looking at. Now, this is a Euro site. This is Overkill, so this is a European site. So that might change just a little bit because I think they're, 8 hours ahead of us. So, again, take that for what it is. But October 10th is the release, and it looks like 9 a.m. CET online, and then the remaining stock at 11 a.m. CET, whatever that is.
Central?
I don't know if it's
Central.
No,
you said it's overseas.
That's that.
CET.
I don't know what that is.
I know CTE. I don't know CTE.
I don't know CTE.
Wait.
I know CET, but not CTE.
No vice.
No vice.
No vice versa. You know CTE. You don't know CET.
I don't know CET.
Right.
But yeah,
What's next?
150 euros. So I assume that's probably about 160 our price. So looking forward to these October 10th. And then last but not least, they're already releasing images of some Christmas sneakers. And I thought this one would be right up your alley because of the pure Sherpa.
Oh, some Christmas sneaks.
So holiday 2020, the Nike Air Max 90 Christmas joints.
I like it.
Now, they are saying this might be a GS pair. From what it sounds like.
Buzz your girlfriend. Whoa.
You not about these?
Speaking of Christmas, no, I'm not about those.
Not about these.
Those are poop.
Well, look at that. Look at that image though. The Sherpa, the retro Nike logo takes you back to a time pre-COVID, a time when when chicks were chicks and dudes were dudes.
I guess.
You remember that time? Me neither. But I think this is out for us both. I think this is going to be a GS only. But I think it's nice. If you don't have a Christmas pair, you want a weird Christmas shoe to wear with your ugly Christmas sweater, this might be the play. Or at least your kids could do that if they are just GS.
I don't think so, guy.
All right.
Those
are Buzz's girlfriend.
Those are woof, guy. Those are woof.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on. Well, hey, that's all I have for sneakers to kind of show. We will have some sneakers next cast. We will have the Adidas Yeezy Carbons in studio, so those should be getting delivered here today or tomorrow. We will also have the Nike Air Raids. Now, these don't come out. These don't come out until the 8th on Sneakers app. But as we know, Jimmy Jazz has been selling the Nike Air Raids, the classic OG silhouette, a little early. And Foot Action actually dropped them early last week, and I was able to cop. So we'll have those technically early, but people have been buying them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we'll have those two pairs for sure. And I might have another one that I won't say yet that might be a nice little surprise for you. But we'll be back to our regular scheduled program next week, have some sneakers in studio.
Sneaks.
So
We'll have some merch, too. A couple different merch updates. We finally have, I think, we have some shirts arriving this week. I think they're what we want. And I know not what I want is not what everyone wants. Right. So keep that in mind. I hope we plan on being able to, if these are the shirts that I want, this is going to be able to give a fitted look. It's going to give a little bit of a drop hem look. It's going to give you a nice fitted look, and it's going to be good. Did that thing get bumped?
It did.
Like how?
A ghost.
What happened there? Jeez, that camera's. Yeah, something. Maybe it fell. Anyways, we're going to be getting those shirts in this week. And then shout out to the homie Neighborhood, bro. Shout out to my guy Neighborhood. Neighborhood has created some dope graphics for us. So we're going to be dropping a new hoodie and a new tee for people that, if you're in a climate where it's not hoodie season yet, if you want to get both, you can get both, whatever you want to do. But we're going to drop a tee and a hoodie. If these tees that come in, if everything's fitting right, these are going to be the tees that it'll be printed on. Eventually, I would love to have two options for you guys. I would like to be able to do a pre-order so I can give you guys the fit that you want. If you want our merch on a champion style tee, a bigger, baggier tee, I want to be able to give that to you. If you want our merch on a drop hem, more of a fitted look like something like this, I want to be able to give that to you either way. So that's the eventual goal. I'm not positive if that's going to happen this drop, but we are going to have new tees this drop. It's not going to be Next Level or Bella Canvas or any of that shit. We have reached out. We have sourced these. We've gone through tons of different companies trying to find the right quality tee, and I think we have got it. So I'm really excited. That's happening this week. That's why, when you came in here this morning we got a lot of good shit.
Got a lot of things.
Got irons in the fire, guy. You just got to keep the shit burning, So that is coming, the merch. But shout out to Neighborhood on the graphic. I can't wait till you guys can see that.
It's super hard, man.
Super, super dope. I'm very, very excited about that. Fantasy football tonight, Dow.
Yes. I need a prayer.
The league is getting a little crazy here. Oh, I gotta add. Most underrated league. Let me click in here. It's getting a little bit nuts. Me and Thomas Yee are neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 3-0. He's 2-1. He's at 75.30. I'm at 74.92. Okay? Going into tonight's matchup. He's got Calvin Ridley left. That's it. So he's ahead by essentially 1 point, less than a point, and he's got Ridley. I have got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Hayden Hurst, and Devontae Adams.
Nope. Check
no
that.
No Devontae Adams. McCole Hardman. Hardman, Edwards-Helaire, and Hurst. Can I outscore Calvin Ridley? That's basically what I got to do. Outscore Calvin Ridley in the most underrated league with those three people. I get the dub. Should be easy, right? Disney and Kicks, I know you're waiting. Put up a whopping 64.34 this week.
Wow.
Gardner Minshew came through and got him 24, but other than that, Outside of Jerry Jeudy, everyone else single digits. Even Hopkins. That's bad news. So it looks like Disney and Kicks about to start the season 0-4, former champ. Dow Palantonio, where are you at?
I'm at I'm at 95.30, and our man Kirby, Spike's lead blocker, is at 112.58.
Oh.
Now, it gets a little hairy. This guy is done. He is done for the night.
Kirby's got nobody left?
112 is where he's going to end, and I have one person by the name of Tyreek Hill. What do you think my chances are?
Ooh.
So you say there's a chance.
Tyreek versus nobody. You're at 95. He's at 112. You need 18 points essentially out of Reek. 18 out of Reek.
Can he get a cool 20 just so there's no question?
You know how Belichick and that Patriots D does it though, bro. Who are they going to shut down? Are they going to choose to try to
They're going to isolate.
Well, here's the thing. If they shut down Patrick, that's going to be bad for Reek. If they shut down Reek, that's bad for Reek.
Bad for Reek.
If they shut down, you need him to go shut down Edwards-Helaire. You need him to be
That's
like,
true.
hey, we're just going to take away the running back. That's who we're going to try. We're going to try to limit Patrick as we can. Everyone else is going to get what they're going to get. Then you got a chance there. But if they go to blanket coverage and they try to shut, what has Tyreek Hill notoriously done versus the Patriots?
That would be the question.
That's what you need to look at, because historically, if your man Tyreek hasn't done well, let's see. Player profile. Reek has had huge performances against the Patriots, per this article. I don't have time to go through the whole thing, but looks like he's had huge games. I need Kirby to get you so I can have the top spot to myself. That's what I need to happen.
You can be top dog.
Yeah, I need Kirby to I need him to knock you out here. That's what we need. Also, did you see the DraftKings league this week?
I did.
Is your chat still updating? My chat hasn't updated in an hour.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm not seeing any. The last comment I had is from Armando on my voice.
Oh, wow. That's
Dude,
not good.
I know, right?
Yeah, Neighborhood says, you're going to love the designs, fellas. Let's see if John King.
Okay, cool.
John King says, I am 0-4, and I'm still win.
Did
hands
he say
down.
thank you for the sound?
Nope.
Did he say
And then John King says, tell them about my bench.
Yeah, let me see about your bench, John. I didn't look at your bench because the bench doesn't matter.
Huh.
He's got CeeDee Lamb on the bench with 22. He's got Jarvis Landry on the bench with 14. He's got
nice.
Austin Hooper on the bench with 11. Yeah, you got some double digits on the bench. So that's just bad GMing, guy.
That's a bad GM.
That's bad. That's just bad management by you.
I think you need to sit yourself next week, John.
Just sit yourself. Just sit the whole team.
Sit yourself. Hey, check this out. T2 Case. That's his name. First time catching the show live. Much love from Oslo, Norway, fellas.
Oh, shit. What up, bro?
What up, man?
Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you heard Dal in a panic at the beginning of the show. Thank you for commenting. It's going to help.
Yeah.
It's going to help his
It's going to help my anxiety and my bullshit.
psyche. That's great. It's great stuff. DraftKings this weekend. Shout out to our guy, Mike Pena.
Yeah.
Didn't make it in the most underrated fantasy league this year.
Correct.
He was very sad he didn't get picked, but he did take down DraftKings yesterday with 179 points. Guragno put up 210 last week. Guess how much Guragno put up this week?
65.
109.
Oh, okay.
109. Barely clipped 100. He was 19 out of 20. Our boy Brett Ginter. The homie Brett, 101, dog. Whew.
Yeah.
On the struggle there. You constantly coming in second and third every week, except when you don't join.
Yeah, last week.
And I took eighth. I'm constantly middle of the road, 8 to 10.
I just
Terrible.
can't
Terrible.
Top 3. I've been top 3 since we've been doing this year. It's crazy. It's frustrating. It's more frustrating than taking an 8th spot.
Yeah.
I'd love to keep taking 8 spots. That'd be nice at this point.
All right. Well, if you missed it, John King and I have $25 on a gentleman's sweep, meaning if the Lakers win the next 2 games and they beat the Heat 4-1, I owe John King $25. If not, if the Heat win another game, he owes me $25.
Straight cash, homie.
So that's the wagering for the show.
It's a good bet.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for staying patient, waiting for us to get going live. Sorry that things just didn't work out the way they should, but that's how it goes sometimes. We will be back on Thursday with our heaters, with our other wagers for the weekend, and with a bunch more nonsense. And hopefully with a more spirited Dow Palantonio. Not that you weren't spirited today,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In
Totally.
better spirits, feeling better, having a better, waking up better, on the better side of the bed, having a better day, feeling better about your
Better
current
headspace,
state.
better aura, all those things.
Right.
We'll get there.
Exactly. All right, fools. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Thursday.